Siddhaswarupananda, Paramahamsa Nande, Bhagavan, Radha Krishna Krsna. Namo Siddhaswarupananda, Paramahamsa Nande, Siddhaswarupananda, Paramahamsa Namaste, Ora Karuna Swarupaya, Radha Krishna Prasthayati.
Namo Siddhaswarupananda, Paramahamsa Namaste, Ora Karuna Swarupaya, Radha Krishna Prasthayate.
Haribol. So we're engaged in a study program, and as learner, we must see also if we're making progress in our understanding and what effects are all those wisdom, knowledge, and the process of purification, the Harinama, the Maha Mantra that throws away the mind from matter and purifies the living entity from this material disease. So yun yung process na ginagawa nyo rito. You are learners, or some of you are just watcher or oversight, just watching and listening. Then I'll read here what will be the effects of the process that we are engaging in, and the study program we're undergoing every day, it's about listening. Listening means hearing. Yeah? If you don't listen, you cannot hear. And if you cannot hear, then you cannot understand. Very simple, di ba? So kung hindi kayo marunong makinig, wala kayong maririnig. Wala kayong maintindihan. Okay? So ngayon, we will discuss in our study program what is a divine person. Because the spirit soul, all of you here, we're all eternally divine, living life, transcendental, a different energy from matter. So how come we are so encumbered, we are so shackled, ba't tayo nakakulong sa katawan na to and being forced to do things we don't want? And activities we engage in cause us suffering and an experience of burden we carry that blinds us. Alam mo yung blind, hindi yung nakapikit yung mata nyo. Blinds us from making correct decision that will connect us with our true transcendental nature and to do the will and love the Supreme Person. Okay? So ano yung naghihinder sa atin? Okay? It's the material disease, and we will discuss here, I'll discuss here first the divine qualities. Kung ano yung quality? Divine qualities. Parang pag sinabi niyo tubig, basa. Pag sinabi niyo apoy, mainit. Okay? Pag sinabi niyo person, may kausap ako, I'm talking to you. Okay? Jagadisha Dasi or, Govinda Dasi, I talk to you, not at you, because you're the person using that body. Understand? So I'm trying to make it clear to you that the body that you are now in is like a dress, a machine. And you have seen the reality during the phases of death, what everybody's trying to hide. Okay? What is everybody trying to hide? With this pasad. Ano yung pasad nyo? Hair, mukha, di ba? What are you trying to hide? Why are there pamper, diapers, deodorant, napkin? Why? You're trying to hide something that stinks. And when you identify with that stink, your consciousness is covered with stink. Intindihan niya? Is it clear? So I may be speaking bluntly and harshly, but that's the reality. Okay? I'm not making believe that, I'm better than you. It's the reality. Okay? So let's talk about the divine consciousness. But prior to that, Arjuna asked Lord Krishna. Tinanong ni Arjuna si Lord Krishna. Ito ang tanong ni Arjuna. Arjuna said, what are the symptoms of one whose consciousness is thus merged in transcendence? How does he speak? And what is his language? How does he sit? And how does he walk? So, yung divine person or saintly person, paano daw siya nagsasalita, paano siya gumagalaw, paano siya umuupo, paano siya naglalakad. What makes him tick? Islang lang yun. What motivates him, his action, what resonates. Okay. In material activities, we try to hide something, but it's like a facade we hide, okay? And what is inside resonates or is expressed, okay? So dito, tinatanong ni Arjuna, paano daw yung saintly person, paano siya nagsasalita, paano siya gumagalaw, paano siya nabubuhay sa mundo na magulo na to. Okay? So, connected yon sa pag-check nyo sa sarili nyo. Kasi you're here in a study program to be able to define clearly your divine nature and activities connected with the divine nature. You. Kailangan ma-define nyo clearly ba? Kailangan matumbok ba nyo kung ano talaga yung activities ng pure spirit soul. Okay? Ano naman yung contaminated state? Yun ang dapat natin makita, ma-analyze sa study program na ginagawa nyo. Okay? Kasi kailangan klaro yung ginagawa nyo, hindi pwedeng hindi klaro. Kasi we're just wasting your time. Yeah? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. The blessed Lord said, O Partha, when a man gives up all varieties of sense desire, which arises from mental concoction, and when the mind finds satisfaction in the self alone, then he said to be in pure transcendental consciousness. So after understanding, so I'll make it very clear to you, after understanding you're not the body, clearly, you're understanding now na you're not the mind. Alam niyo, hindi kayo yung mind. So every time you connect yourself with the holy names, with the process of devotional service, it gives you pleasure of the heart. You find satisfaction. But if you follow the dictates of the mind, the desire, then your consciousness, you the person, you become troubled. You're anxious always. Ano yung anxiety mo? Pag you follow material desires from mental concoction, ibig sabihin ng mental concoction, imagination. Paano nangyayari yun? The spirit soul, you, through sense perception. Nakita mo ba? Through your eyes, through your nose, through your ears. Nakita mo. Kasi it's seeing, and then you begin to contemplate. Because the mind will be there, no? And Maya will induce you. You go for it, okay? Follow material desires. So then you become disturbed. So sinasabi rito ni Lord Krishna, yung person who does not follow material desires in the mind, out of mental concoction. Kaya nga yung mga taong who follows the mind, tawag sa kanila mental case eh. Alam niyo mental case? Short as buang ba? Kasi illusion lahat eh. Pero hindi nakikita ng person yun who identifies himself as the body. At hindi nakikita yun ng person who identifies himself as the body. But because nag-practice kayo, you were here due to your past life that you are starting again where you stop. Hindi naman you're here lang because you don't know anything. You start where you stop. Okay? Krishna states in Bhagavad Gita that when Arjuna asked Lord Krishna, what will happen to a man? Ano daw mangyayari to someone who engaged in the practice of devotional service, who engaged his life, but he stops? Will he be like the cloud that is driven by the wind? And Lord Krishna tells him, no. Whatever state of mind one remembers at the time of death, that state he will attain. Not only that, the supreme person, the spirit soul, will always be guiding you. Because Krishna makes this decision. He makes this decision already that devotees will never perish. So Krishna loves us unconditionally. So He's just there as a witness to what we're doing. He does not enforce Himself or force Himself. It's us who should be guided to be in harmony with the divine nature of God. And that divine nature is about the transcendental experience of offering everything in loving devotion. No karma, akarma. But activities we do in this material world, if not guided by the spiritual master, will not be karma yoga, action in the service of God. It will be following the dictates of the mind. And the resultant will be this mental concoction. And when the mind finds satisfaction in the self alone, then he is said to be in the pure transcendental consciousness. So when you chant the holy names, it's natural. Like, for example, you see Govinda Das, when he comes to the temple, he chants, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Yeah? He closes his eyes. So he connects himself with the holy names. It becomes natural for him. He doesn't care what He does not impress everybody else because it's natural for the living entity to dance and chant and sing the glories of God and find happiness from the source of pleasure, from the Supreme Protector, Govinda, Krsna, Madana, Mohana, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The holy names is the source of pleasure. So when you come to this process, it's there. But we must also check if we're making progress. Okay? So it means that the activities you do is not a means to get something else, but to be reinstated in your divine transcendental nature. And this is the effect of someone who engages himself in the process of purification, Mahamantra. Because Krishna will be the supreme purifier. Ito yung magiging experience nyo, realization nyo. Not decided by your mind, by yourself. Hindi decided. But it will become natural for you. Okay? Ito sabi ni Lord Krishna, I'll recap it again. The blessed Lord said, O Partha, Arjuna, when a man gives up all varieties of sense desire, which arises from mental concoction, when the mind finds satisfaction in the self alone, then is said to be in pure transcendental consciousness. Why is that? Because the living entity is now so focused in the process of the yoga sound, nama, harinama, and his heart, his mind is connected with the source of happiness, Krishna. Kaya, whatever he can watch the mind, and he can understand clearly that all the mental concoction, meaning the anticipation to find happiness, the anticipation, speculation, which arises from sense perception, is able to see. And because you understand now clearly that everything that is here, seen by your material eyes, is made out of matter. There's nothing there. It's illusion, Maya. Can you understand that? Haridas, understand that? So you may not understand completely, but if you live the life of what is the life of divinity, connected with doing the will of God, then you have this muscle, this spiritual strength, this vision to be able to see clearly. Then you can now make a decision to eat shit or not. Okay? The shit tastes nice. But when you're conditioned, it tastes nice. Because you'll be driven by material desire. You'll be in illusion by Maya. Because you're trying to play God. You're trying to dominate material nature. Now you're in illusion. Kaya never try to fight with Maya. What you should do, you must offer respect to Maya. Because Maya is the servant of Krishna. Okay? Intindihan mo? Is it clear, Govinda Das? Everybody who's listening? So, Govinda Dasi, okay? Si Chaitanya, kasi nakikita ko, dapat pangalan niya Achyuta Das eh. Kasi I have a God brother, he moves like him. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And then he chants like him, you know? I remember, he goes around, he's just chanting everywhere. He's always, if you see him in Facebook, he's everywhere chanting. You know? Everywhere in the Philippines. That's his life, you know. No hang up, except chanting the holy names, okay? So that is the effect of someone who follows the process given by the devotee of God, the chanting of the holy name. You find strength. You find the wisdom that you want, the clarity. It will be there. Because where there is light, there is no darkness. When you are situated in your divine nature, not covered by this material concoction, illusion, then you are satisfied within. Because your happiness is within, not external. Because you see shit around. Okay? You see the person. You see the body of the person. You know? And what they are hiding. This illusion. Okay? Look how Maya treats us, di ba? There's a movie, okay? And prior to the movie, what do they do? Anong ginagawa nila? May trailer muna. Coming. Ano yung tawag doon? Coming soon. Akita nila talaga, ma-agitate ka ba? Wow, heavy siguro to. Di ba? But it's already concluded and decided that when you sit in front of that idiot screen watching, are you with wisdom? You're there eating popcorn, crying, agitated. So it means you have not experienced this divine experience of the spirit soul. Especially when you're given this opportunity to purify your heart, your mind. Okay? So machi-check mo. So now it's a choice you can make. Do you want to make progress towards what is transcendental and divine? Or you want to model in the septic tank? Alam mo yung septic tank? You want to swim sa septic tank. Okay? Sarado yun, pero pwede niyong buksan. Pwede kayo maligo doon. Okay? So that is a choice you can make. Okay? Because Maya will always remind you while you're sitting down, mabombard ka talaga ng may mga apps na si Maya. Ma-remember mo lahat ng experience mo na hindi nagkakatotoo at hindi lang yun, mga kaligayahan na hindi nangyari at na-experience ang senses mo na hindi ka rin masaya, pero habang nandito ka, nare-remember mo lahat dahil na-kondisyon, naka-register man sa mind mo. You are the person who can remember. Yeah? It's not the mind. You see the mind. And the mind is the data bank. Lahat ng program na, naka-program na na-experience mo. Okay? So when you experience this process, engage in the process of purification, the result is you will be able to understand who you are and experience what is divine, what is satisfaction of the heart. It's not something that you join. It's an activity you engage in. Just like if you want to wash, your hands are dirty, you want to wash it, you want to have it clean, you have to wash it. Okay? Okay. And not only that, why is there, when you come in, putbat? Why? Why that people come here, they have to wash their hands. Okay? So the bacteria or the virus will not permeate the environment. Okay? So it means activities you engage in can be the environment of your mind. Through sense perception. Yung environment, okay? Kaya dapat ma-purify yung environment with the Supreme Purifier, Krsna. And you, the spirit soul, can realize, understand clearly, without a doubt, you're not the body. And there's no happiness in shit. Okay? There's no happiness in embracing dead bodies. And sooner or later, you're gonna face the reality of being taken away from your source of happiness, this shitty world. And you cling and keep and you don't want to get out. You become like the maggot in stool. Alam yung maggot? Nakita na kayo ng pupo, tas maraming uod. Maggot yun. Tawag doon, maggot. So, you can see ba? One who is not disturbed in spite of the threefold miseries, who is not elated when there is happiness, and who is free from attachment, fear and anger, is called a sage of steady mind. So, you can check. Halimbawa, may threefold miseries. Ano yung threefold miseries? Govinda Dasi, threefold miseries. Ano yan? Miseries caused by the mind. Miseries caused by the body. Miseries caused by other living entities. Kagaya dito, di ba? Sumbong ka ng kaibigan mo, oh, si Govinda Dasi, hindi naglampaso. Di ba? Okay? Mag-react ka kaagad, di ba? Hindi, tinod. You can watch ba? It becomes very clear. I'm not talking here about mystery, you know? Miseries caused by the mind. Miseries caused, yung mind talagang, you cannot get what you want. You're in anxiety. Baka mawala yung yakap-yakap mo na cellphone na 3001. No?
Pag nawala naman yun, anxiety ka na naman, di ba? Misery is caused the mind. Misery is caused by the body. Yung body nyo, hassle. Pag hindi kayo naligo, hindi kayo nag-toothbrush, walang lumalapit sa inyo. Lahat lumalayo. Di ba? Bakit? Pagdaan nyo, parang panahon ni Moses ba? Lahat, muhawa. Bakit? Kasi your body stinks. Pag lumapit ka ng beso-beso, sabi mo, how are you? Layakapin ka kaya? Parang, oops.
Parang hindi napansin ka, parang hindi ka nag-exist.
But you want to experience sa life mo, to be accepted, to be loved. But you must look in the right direction. And that direction is about your divine nature as spirit soul. Okay? Is understandable, Govinda Dasi? And Chaitanya Das? Klaro sa'yo? Ha? So you chant always, ha? Like Achyuta Das. I introduce you to him. Ha? Sa Facebook. Para makita mo ba? Ha? Kasi Achyuta Das Jr. Achyuta means infallible. Achyuta means Krishna, the infallible. Alam niyo infallible? Wala ikin sa'yo makalupig. Oh? He will not fall, infallible. Tayo laging fallible eh. We fall in love. Head over heels. Okay? Alam niya. He who is without attachment, who does not rejoice when he obtains good, nor lament when he obtains evil, is firmly fixed in perfect knowledge. How is that? When the spirit soul, you realize you're not the body, you'll be the witness. You look through the eyes, you hear through the ears. It's not the ears hearing, it's not the eyes seeing you. I'm looking at you through the eyes kasi may light oh. I'm seeing your body, your hair, you know. I'm seeing you, the person inside that body. And when you leave that body becomes steep. Alam niyo steep? Kaging. Di ba kaging? Kaya kung halimbawa, umalis si Govinda Dasi, umalis na nakaupo, nakuyaw na. Kasi pag abot dito ng mga taga-purinaryo, nga naman na, kaging na. Ang lungon na to, straight man. Sa una lang na, kaana siya. Di ba? Kailangan masahihin ka, birahon ng tiil para ilagay sa kahon. Okay? Is it clear sa inyo? Ha? Yung body. Okay? Hindi siya. Will I see the smile of Govinda Dasi when she leaves the body? Or I'll just see this stiff body? No? And everybody's crying. Yeah? One who is able to withdraw from the sense object as the tortoise draws his limb within the shell is to be understood as truly situated in knowledge. So ngayon, ikaw, alam mo na. Kasi touch movement yan. Di ba? Pag may dumaan sa'yo, dahil kung empty-hearted ka, wala kang satisfaction sa heart, you're driven by lust, you see this world as a place, playground mo, and the senses are like vacuum cleaner. Alam yung vacuum cleaner? Maraming vacuum cleaner ba? 6. Suyop, suyop, suyop. Okay? Pag may nalagay sa harap mo, parang Terminator. Kasi gusto mo man ma-experience yung pleasure and you identify with matter. Okay? Pag naglalakad ka, biglang para kang yung dinescribe ko na langaw dumikit sa spiderweb. Nandiyan na yung gagamba. Uy, lami ni breakfast. Na? The embodied soul may be restricted from sense enjoyment, though the taste of sense object remains, but ceasing such engagement by experiencing a higher taste, he speaks in consciousness. It's not that when you chant, you understand your divine nature because you have this body. The desire will always be there. But it will not engulf you. Hindi tatabunan. Kasi you will see that. Nandun din yung desire to eat, desire to see, but it will not be the encumberment because you're experiencing a higher taste. Okay? Meron ka ng higher taste. You know? So ngayon, ito yung effect. Sabi ni Lord Krishna, the senses are so strong and impetuous, O Arjuna, and they forcibly carry away the mind even of a man of discrimination who is endeavoring to control them. Yung senses natin, magulo yan, impetuous. Ang hirap kontrolin. Para madali na lang, pag nakipagsabunutan ka sa kalbo, may mahila kang buhok? Wala, di ba? So, hindi ka mananalo. Paano nangyari yon? Ito yung sinabi ko kanina. While contemplating, through sense perception, we begin to contemplate and you identify yourself as the senses. You begin to contemplate. Then definitely, yung source ng contemplation mo based upon sensual perception, through hearing, seeing, will be the cause of your attachment to this world. Kaya there is a process called yoga, union with God, karma yoga, action in the service of God. So that's why when you go to school, we have a program here that when you go to your classroom, you pray. My dear Lord, in the name of your good Son, Lord Jesus Christ, we humbly offer our lessons and activities today. Please ask, then you pray. Let us serve and love you. Okay? You are making unconscious effort to pray. Supposedly conscious. Okay? It's not a ritual na you do like when we go to this program wherein you sing every day. Bayang magili, persa silangan, na. It's a ritual you do mindlessly every day. Okay? And then after that, you raise your hand. Ako ay Pilipino. Di ba? It's a ritual you do every day. O, panatang makatao. Okay? Ito, when one is angry, when one is frustrated, he becomes angry. And his memory becomes bewildered. Di ba? Parang ganyan yan eh. Kung kayo, naintindihan nyo, no, na rinig nyo, you're not the body, that relationship in this world is temporary, that you must offer respect to all the living entities. Animate or inanimate, you have respect because it belongs to God. Now, when you make a relationship sa mundo na to, talagang parang yung ginawa nyo, yung ibon, imbis na yung ibon, alagaan nyo, yung hawla, inaalagaan nyo parate. Okay? Nagdadala ka ng roses, pero hindi mo binibigay sa ibon, pinapaamoy, lagay mo lang sa hawla. Okay? Dala ka ng tubig, nasa labas. Okay? Lahat ng effort mo nasa labas, panglabas, hindi mo nalagaan yung ibon. Umalis yung ibon. Ano ma-experience mo? Umalis yung minamahal mo sa katawan. Ano ma-experience mo? Govinda Dasi? Di ba? Pain. Iiyak ka, di ba? Pero kung may wisdom ka, alam mo, that person is not the body. Tapos ginawa mo pa rin. Di ba? You experience, then what happened? You become bewildered kasi alam mo, umalis yung person, pero attached ka sa katawan, di ba? Kaya nga, di ba, pag may umalis, oh, Anali, ba't mo ko iniwan? Yakap mo, ayaw mong bitiwan, di ba? Sabihin sa'yo, bitiwan mo na, let it go, move forward. Hindi mo man ma-move forward. How can you move forward? Yakap-yakap mo, ng isipan mo, nakakulong ka kay Anali, yung form ni Anali. Di ba? Kaya mas malayo ka na, lumayo ka, yung mind mo nandun pa rin. Nakakulong ka because of ignorance. Because you don't have an experience of purification and experiencing a higher taste connected with the supreme purifier, the source of happiness. Yun yung process ng yoga. Now, if you have other formula, then fine, you can do it. But you're now in a study program here wherein the process is about purification of the heart and the mind to become free from this illusion. Kaya kayo nandito. Okay? So ito yung consciousness ng divine person. Okay? Ito yung walang load. Walang load na mabudul-budul. Okay? The blessed Lord, ito, topic na to, didiscuss natin, pero one point by point. Babasahin ko lang muna para maging klaro sa inyo kung ano yung divine nature. Okay? What is a godly person? Kung ano ka talaga. Ano yung consciousness na dapat ideal, transcendental. Ito yun. Na wala kang load, na gumagapang ka, para kang, alam mo yung kinulong mo yung sarili mo sa... Yung attachment kasi sa mundo na to, yung illusion, ikaw na mismo ang nagkulong sa sarili mo eh. Kasi sa meditation mo, sa contemplation mo, at pinaglalaban mo pa yung laban na wala nang laban. Wala nang laban ba? Okay? Di ba, when you came here, before, bago ka dumating dito, pagdating mo, nabigla ka, iniwan ka ng mama mo, di ba? Tapos sabi mo, uy, ngano na ako diri? Uli ko! Di ba? Uli ko! In-arrange man ni Krsna na lockdown, di ka makauli. Okay? Kasi Krsna loves you, okay? Dahil hindi ka naman, Krsna is taking care of you. Pero hindi mo man masyadong nakita sa una yon. Kasi you're desire-driven ma. Naabaliga ka ron. Ako ba ang forward sa basketball? Okay? Unsa na lang na, unsa mong team, luwi kayo. Di ba? Wala kinsay mag-forward na, on the ball, number 24, go in the dasi. And everybody claps. My daughter, okay? Di ba? Ganun man sa basketball, di ba? Dribbling the ball, go in the dasi. Okay? Trying to get the ball, you know? Chaitanya does. No way he can get it, okay? Throwing the ball, shoot, tring! Panalo yung team, okay? Pero ngayon, napipil mo, ano na ako diri, lisod mo kayo, okay? But things gets clear, you begin to, hopefully, you begin to appreciate the opportunity that's given to you, okay? Is it clear tayo, Govinda Dasi? Naintindihan mo? Okay? You're thinking, wow, these people, they're gonna take my happiness away. Okay? They're gonna take my happiness away. They took my cell phone already. How can I report to my mom? How can I tell, Mommy, it's hard here. You know, it's very hard, you know, bring me home. You know, country home, bring me home, you know. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah? The Sambuanga. Yeah? No te vayas de Sambuanga. No que ustedes olvidar. Di ba? Yun ang kanta nyo doon, di ba? So, when you begin to see the truth and you apply it in your life, wow, you can sing, you're free. You know? I'm free. Okay? Wala na pala akong load. Hindi yung load ng cellphone, ha? Wala nang load. Hindi ka na mabudol-budol ng globe. Saka ng smart. Nabili-bili ka ng one-day load. Pero 30 minutes pa lang, ubus na. Okay? So, okay, I'll read here. Just trying to wake you up, okay? The blessed Lord said, ito yung dapat ma-experience natin, okay? Ano yung divine? Okay? Fearlessness, okay? Walay hadlok. Purification of one's existence. Okay? Purification of one's existence. You must realize and understand, aham brahmasmi. I'm not matter, I'm life. Okay? Cultivation of spiritual knowledge. Ibig sabihin nun, you cultivate, you learn more about your true transcendental nature and your relationship with the Supreme Person. You cultivate it. The plant that is planted in your heart by the spiritual master in Krsna, the devotional love, must be cultivated by the science of the process of pure devotional activities. It begins with hearing, chanting, remembering, okay? Self-control, okay? Self-control, okay? Sa Kali Yuga, palaaway ba tanan? Magtanawan lang, aaway na na. Yeah? Magsumbong lang ang isa, gubot na na. Okay? Wala na tingugan na. Okay? Tibok semana. Tibok tuwiga. Di ba? O, bungol. Bungol pero di bungol. So mahirap mahirap kausapin yung nagbungol-bungulan. Okay? kasi hindi marunong makinig. Hindi rin nakakarinig. Performance of sacrifice. Sacrifice, performance. Ano yung sacrifice sa Kaliyuga? Sacrifice ba? An offering of sacrifice. The chanting of the holy names. Okay? Austerity. Yun ang pinaka-simple lang. Okay? Simplicity. Simplicity. Okay? You're simple. Not sinful, Simple living. High thinking. Meaning, you only take what is given to you by God. Kasi Krishna takes care of you. So I'll tell you how Krishna takes care of you, okay? Everything that is here belongs to God, living or non-living. He takes care of you. Who gives you the air you can breathe. Your body can be maintained. The light so you can see. You cannot just walk blindly, okay? Everything that is here is given to you by our eternal friend, Govinda, Krishna. Okay? Non-violence. Okay? Non-violence, Ibig sabihin, don't do to others what you don't want others to do unto you. Okay? Non-violence. Hindi ka mag-cause ng unnecessarily pain sa ibang living entity. Kagaya makakita ka ng pusa, talian mo, sakalin mo, yung mga ganun. Okay? Unnecessarily pain. Non-violence, okay? Ibig sabihin, even by words. Hindi yung pag nakita mo, bati, manimong tagwayoy. Mental Hindi ka dapat bully ba? Galit sa mundo. Pag lumapit pa lang, ay, kumusta? Ayong buntag. Unsay kaayuhan sa buntag? Okay? Aversion to fault finding. Ano yung aversion to fault finding? Kanang kada makita ba? Sayop na. Dili na. Okay? Gipasipala ko nyo. Mga dautan tao mo. Okay? Ako ang maayo. Nga naman na giwa nyong gilantaw kung gaano ko ka perfect. Okay? Kamo. Okay? You are all sinful. Okay? Feeling holier than others. Nag-chant ba ako? Devotee ko ni Krishna. Okay? Look at these people who are simple. Karmi. Alam mo yung karmi? Materialistic. You know? Hindi completely different sa consciousness when someone is remembering the third prayer of Lord Chaitanya. You sing the third prayer of Lord Chaitanya every day ba? You know the third prayer of Lord Chaitanya? Oh, you know that. So that should be the foundation of your life, of our lives. Okay? Compassion. Uy, compassion. Hindi passion. Compassion ba? Maluluyon ka ba? Okay? Maluluyon ka ba? Maski na lang sa imong kaugalingon. Maluoy ka ba? Kung wala ka sa process or you're not under the care of God, maluoy ka sa sitwasyon mo. Hindi ka pwedeng maluoy sa sitwasyon mo sa iba hanggat hindi mo nakita yung tunay mong sitwasyon. Okay? So when you come to this world wherein you're experiencing a higher taste, when your heart becomes peaceful and you experience the happiness of serving Krishna, and then you begin to be able to control your mind, direct it, and your happiness is within, then you begin to see those who are entangled in this world. But you don't pity them, but you have compassion to live the life of the devotee, a life that is not external, but more on action. Because actions speak louder than words. Okay? Gentleness, okay? Gentle, okay? Someone who is very gentle, okay? Why is that? Because the spirit soul, by nature, you're gentle. You are soft-hearted, kind-hearted, gentle. Why is it that we have become callous? Alam niyo yung callous? Callous ba? Kubal na ba? And how does it manifest? When we are not able to control our tongue, the words that comes out of our mouth, when we sing the glories of illusion instead of helping someone by giving them the process and chanting the holy names. Sound is very powerful. And when one is gentle, he's able to speak and engage in activities that will help the person be free from his encumberment or illusion. Okay? Modesty. Okay? Hindi siya mayabang ba? Modest ba? Sa pamumuhay. Hindi yung, kita niyo yung mga tao, di ba? Uy, nakapalit bago sakyanan na itong silingan. Di ba? Ano sasabihin ng wife ng mga anak? Pa, naa sila bago sakyanan. Atong sakyanan, karana, 20 anyos na baya. Poks bagin pagyapon. Di ba? Kanang gi-assemble na turtol. Di ba? Sila na adi o. O sige, mag-loan ta sa turko. Na turko di o. Loan ta atong yuta, i-prenda na to. Para makasakay ta ka ng estrada. Okay? Rapture. Di ba? Para pag sakay na to, nakatanaw ta sa mga pobre. Okay? Pareho ta kina atong silingan, no? Dagang kaya sila sakyan ng bago. Okay? May ganun man kayo mentality rin. May ano nga tayo, mentality na pag makakita ta Amerikano, uy, Amerikano! Oh, Amerikano na ba eh? Baala na maski baho, way ligo. Amerikano na, mga tao na nataas pa kayo sa ato. Kita mga Pinoy, ang atong ilong flat, brown. Kaya, pakita na to, maligo ta ka ng pampaputi. Kaya, nakita ko nga yung kaibigan ko, yung asawa niya dati, ang itim-itim, yung buhok, anong kulot, tapos, nabigla ako, uy, Amerikana. Pagkita ko, ikaw pala. Okay? Giremake niya ay ang lawas. Giremake ba? Tayo, hindi natin i-remake yung lawas natin. But rather, use this body. Okay? Use this body, this God-given body, this intelligence, so we can connect ourselves with our true divine nature that is transcendental to this miserable world. To really experience the realization. Real ba? Real. Katotohanan. Cleanliness. Okay, cleanliness. Dalawa mang klaseng cleanliness. Kaya ka naliligo sa umaga. Pero may cleanliness din ng purification to purify the spirit soul from this material disease of false bodily identification and envy of God. Okay? Freedom from envy. Alam mo yung envy? Sina ba? Passion for honor. Di ba gusto na to? Pag dumaan tayo, palakpakan ka sa mga tao na mas better ka pa sa kanila. These transcendental qualities o Sanobarata belong to godly men endowed with divine nature. So, we are all divine. Okay? But how come we are not experiencing this divine nature? Okay? So that is the reason we engage in this study program, so we can be engaging in activities that will connect us with the transcendental experience of the peacefulness of the heart, the mind, and everything. Because you're now with wisdom and knowledge and you realize it. Okay? Para bang, halimbawa, gusto mong matuto ng math, hindi mo alam kung ano yung mga higher math, di ba? When you come in contact with a teacher who is a mathematician, who knows the science of math, madali ka niyang turuan. Dati, alam niyo, my son, Shama, Hindi niya, yung math, hate talaga niya yan. Hate talaga niya yan kasi, ano ba yan? Numbers, number, di ba? EQ equals, may mga, E square na yan, calculus, mga calculus na yan. Okay? But, he needs to know about the science kasi nag-aaral siya sa college. Pagbaksak ka, hindi mo magpasa yun, hindi siya makakapasa. So it's a good thing may math teacher dito who is really a good teacher. In 3 days, that teacher taught Shama the art of math, paano yung numbers, paano i-configure, paano niya maintindihan. Then after a while, after a week, sabi ni Shama, ganun lang pala kadali. Okay? Ganun lang pala kadali. So pasado siya. So ganun din, if you want to achieve perfection, to understand your true divine nature, you must listen from someone who is in that stage, in that consciousness, and that is non-different from God, the instruction of God, and someone who is serving and loving God. Yun yung process na pinapalo natin. Para bang gusto mo malaman sino nanay mo at sinong tatanungin mo? Halimbawa, ikaw, tatanungin, hindi mo nakita tatay mo, tagal-tagal na. Di ba? Halimbawa, ay age mo ngayon, ganyan, di ba? O ilagay mo, dumating ka sa age ng 50 anyos. Okay? Di ba? Ang nanay mo, ano na? 10. 70 anyos. Kasi nag-marry nanay mo nung 20 years old pa lang siya. So 50 years, hindi mo nakita yung tatay mo. Ngayon, tanungin mo yung nanay mo, sino makakapagsabi sa'yo? Ma, sinong tatay ko? Okay? Alam niya buhay pa man. Okay? Hindi dahil may ibang asawa na. Ang point ko lang, hindi tayo maging pilosopo, pilosopong kanto ba? Madali lang. Okay? Kung gusto mo matuto, maging magaling na maintindihan yung math, o kaya maging engineer, then follow someone who is an authority in that science. Okay? You want to be a teacher, then follow someone who learned the art of teaching. Okay? Who passed all those tests and is qualified. Okay? Ganon din sa path na to. So it means achievable. Achievable ba? Hindi tayo nakikipagsabunutan sa kalbo, wala tayong mahilang buhok. Tindihan niya? So that's all. Haribol naman siya. Tomorrow we'll continue more and elaborate about it so you can check. So dear, ang pinakaano, ikaw, you check ba? You are making progress? Okay? Haribol naman siya.
Namo Siddhaswarupananda, Paramahamsa Ora Karuna Swarupaya, Radha Krishna Prastaya.
Namo Siddhaswarupananda, Paramahamsa Ora Karuna Swarupaya, Radha Krishna Prastaya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nayanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nayanya.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nayanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nayanya.
Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri for Bhakta Vrinda.
Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasudeva Nandamena,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari
Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Krishna,
Madana Mohana,
Gopala Govinda Rama,
Hari Bol Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Shila